Where do I come from? What are the circumstances that made me who I am? It's a fundamental question for many, and a growing number of those people are putting in the effort to find out. Searching your family history has become easier in recent years and can provide a great deal of satisfaction and enjoyment. Your forebears don't need to be convicts to be interesting. There are plenty of twists and turns when you dig into the past of your ancestors. So why not give it a go and find out who you really are? So genealogy, or genealogy, depending if you're American or Australian,
Indeed.
Is, I would assume, the study of genes.
The study of family history, of who you are and where you come from, your biological family. Yes.
Right, okay. And how did you get involved in...
I was fortunate to get involved from a very early age. So I was about 10 or 11 when I first got interested in family history. I had parents who encouraged me.
One way or another, you sort of became involved with the Society of Australian Genealogists.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And what is the purpose of that society?
Well, we really exist to encourage people to trace their family trees and to have the resources and give people advice on how to do so. So people can join our society and then come in and use all our resources. And if they've got a problem, if they've hit a brick wall, they don't know what record they need to look at next,
Right.
They can come in, talk to the volunteers, and they say, okay, what have you done? Where are you up to? This is what you need to try and do next.
So how do you actually help people research their family history?
Well, basically, we show them how to use the various sites. We look at information that we hold here, and then we sort of point them in the right direction, or in some cases we have to help them a bit more,
Right.
particularly people who are less computer literate.
Okay. So what sort of people volunteer for this?
We have a wide variety of backgrounds with our volunteers. Many of them are people who have retired from professional backgrounds, and lots of school teachers and librarians, but a wide variety of different backgrounds. People who just have done their own family histories and are keen to help other people.
Okay, right. I was going to say, how long does it take to research your background, your family history? I mean, is it an ongoing project, or can you do it in a weekend?
How do you stop? Every person you find has two parents.
Right.
I always say I don't know anyone who's back to Adam and Eve yet, but I know a fair few people who'd say they're getting close, if you know what I mean.
Oh, really?
So we have people who've been members of our society for 50 years.
For Indigenous people, Aboriginal Australians, are they interested in finding out
Yes.
their background?
Yes, in a lot of cases they are, and of course a lot of people discover that they have Indigenous background that they weren't aware of, that might be some generations back.
Right.
There are places like State Archives, New South Wales State Archives, who have specialist staff to help people tracing Indigenous ancestry,
right.
and there are services to help people with Indigenous research.
Right. In the old days, having a convict pass was a stain, but now it's a badge of pride.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the reasons for that is that when you have a convict, if you have a convict or you have a free settler, you can find out a lot more usually about the convict than you can the free settler, because they left more records behind. And of course that's what it's all about. It's what are the records that have survived that you can use to track these people through, to find these people.
Why do you do it? How did you get involved?
I enjoy it. I got involved after I lost my wife, and I need to get out the house, so I started working here.
Yeah, people talk about retirees kind of keeping physically fit, but this is obviously keeping the brain really fit.
It keeps the brain fit.
Absolutely correct. So you're another volunteer,
Yes.
Philippa. What are you involved with here?
Well, I'm just doing my own research.
Right.
What happens is we come in at 10 and then people drift in, members drift in or other people drift in during the day. Some people need more help than others. Some people need a lot of help. And what actually happens is that people like Tony, who's got a lot of expertise in military.
Okay.
Hilary up there has a lot of expertise in Irish research.
Okay, yeah.
Most people that come in really just need a generalist to start off with. And then, if more expertise is required, we find somebody who's better at it than us. I enjoy meeting people and helping people and socialising with the other volunteers.
So there's a good sort of camaraderie amongst the
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So what documents would people be looking at prior to the internet? What physical documents?
Published books.
Yeah.
Shelves of them here, sort of University admission registers.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of parish registers were published, particularly in
Okay,
England.
yeah.
They weren't so lucky in Ireland with parish registers. But,
Parish registers. Okay.
indexes to government records, public records, otherwise records.
Right. Yeah.
Go to the State Library in Sydney, the State
Yeah.
Library in Melbourne,
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
and the National Library in London, British Library, sorry.
It's incredible
National
how
Archives in London as well as archives here.
So it's amazing how people managed anything.
Well, you had to be fairly serious.
What is that? What have you got happening here?
Well, I'm trying to put this family back together using these parish registers for the 1690s, 1720s,
Beautiful writing.
and I'm trying to learn how to read this kind of writing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
getting a bit iffy.
It looks good. So what are you up? You're up to the 1720. Do you intend to go further back in the 1720s?
If I can, but it
Yeah.
tends to lapse into illegibility, and then it lapses into Latin. So
Right. So you have to.
I'm at this point where I can go as far as I can, but I may be able to go further. I don't know.
For a lot of the sort of records that we've got here, certainly with places like England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, we get a lot of people in doing that kind of research, but also people sometimes doing European research. There's a site called Family Search, which has a lot of wonderful material on it that they have microfilmed and now are digitising, and people can come in here and use the digitised images to do
Right.
that research. It's always going to be as good as the records will allow.
Yeah,
so if
that's
the
right.
records have survived and have been copied and are accessible, then you can often do the research.
Right. So you may think sitting in a dry, dusty old library in front of a computer is really boring. But we have just found how incredibly engaging it can be. These are not just dilettante approaches. They are people that are really concerned with a rigorous approach to doing their family history. And if you are interested in studying your family history, you would be very grateful that a society like this exists, with its resources, its expertise, and it's always open for you to come in whenever you like. For a small fee, you can become part of this academic family, if you like.